when you are teaching different people different
Yeah.
strategies and ways to approach dancing, you're also minding the fact that there's a lot of things that affect how someone moves, and
Yeah.
their body size involved,
Yeah.
and everything like that. How's your DM like looking like in terms of abantu bafuna attention yakho, maybe not necessarily for the not necessarily for the
It's
business.
a lot. Like gunengi vele. Like others, it's
Hey, hey,
hi,
hey.
hi once again.
Are we on time? Are we on now? On, what's up? What's up?
Yeah. Now we're good.
Now we're good, ne?
Yeah.
Right on the spot. Yes, it already feels overwhelming to get aside. Without any waste of time, let me just greet everybody that's coming on. Hello, 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 everyone. Dinsang. Hope everybody's good. Yeah. So if you're gonna be a kind someone, please also welcome us. I mean, yes, we are live on the BD Roots Live channel, and this is meant to be an episode of the Vocal Podcast. It's our second interview, it's our second meetup, our second show together. So yeah, please welcome us before we start getting into it. Give us your graces to your channel.
Guys, please just gracefully welcome OPD Roots.
Yeah.
Just say yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good now. I'm good now. We're good now. Okay, ngiyabonga. Thank you, everyone. Thando, njengoba sakhuluma, so we were still on our conversation, right? And we had already gone like across seasons in Zimbabwe. But like the first thing, which I think your people deserve to hear, yabo?
Yeah.
Uguti, you said something. I asked you a question about. The question was, what is new? What's up? What's happening? How are you? How have you been doing? And you told me, Uguti, you've been sharp, and then there's something that has been happening to you, which is growth, and what has changed about you in your journey of growing is you have realized that you are more intentional about your stuff now. So I just feel like your people deserve to hear that part. Like, it's because I underline the word intentional,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
think I think we would do justice to them if we took them along that journey and you told them, Joe, okay, so this is maybe briefly who Thando was in terms of planning their stuff, but here's who Thando is now, going forward, and what has changed. Yeah, so just walk us through.
Okay. What I said was
Yeah,
the current Thando, Uthando, who is now more intentional about
yeah,
everything,
sure.
especially my growth. Uh, I'm more goal driven and more strategic now to how I do my things
Mm,
and to where I invest my energy in and my intellect in, and
yeah.
what places that I can take knowledge out of. Yeah,
Mm,
so I'm I've become very intentional with every move that I make now. Yeah.
mm.
And like I
Yeah, so.
said, I believe that that's a type of wisdom that I've gained.
Mm, mm,
Yeah.
I think you were coming with that smoke. You were coming with that smoke. You were getting into another thing that also caught my attention about Moti when you said you believe it's a kind of wisdom, and I do believe that because if one would want to wonder, which okay, wisdom mean, because I think wisdom and knowledge, it tends to have that mix. There's that line in between
Yeah.
that gets people confused as to what is what. They are similar in nature, but they're not the same thing.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that you mentioned, Uguti. You believe it's a kind of wisdom when you find yourself being more intentional about stuff. It's like you are now applying knowledge, and I think that is the or one of the meanings, or maybe the meaning of wisdom. You are now applying the knowledge that you've been acquiring. Yabo.
Yeah.
So that makes you more intentional and so forth. Yabo.
Yeah.
So now, where we were going next, I believe, Uti, it was me saying, I know that you've been frequently asked this, and I know I've asked you this myself. How does it feel to have a big following? Ganja, 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 ganja. I know, like it feels so repetitive for you to even be answering this question, right?
Yeah.
But but I think I think we cannot like avoid the fact that in the many things that you may have done before, when you were the time that maybe was less intentional about
Yeah.
things as you are now,
Yeah.
but I think we can still agree, Uti, in the many things that you threw on the wall, bufuna ukubona ukuthi yiphi esifanayo, you still had things that you wanted to
Yeah.
achieve, even still in the process, right?
Yeah.
And that big following forms part of those things.
Not really, because
Okay, okay.
it wasn't part of the plan. Like, it came as a shock to me as well that wow, people actually like me, because I think that if someone follows you, they like you, right? And
Mm,
Mina, I was just doing this thing out of a love for it. That's why I'm saying that I was less intentional, because I was just doing it because I love it. It makes me feel good, and it feels like a breath, a fresh breath. Like it feels, but I wasn't actually intentional that, okay, out of this, I want to work to achieve this. So, me now pushing what I love, or sharing rather what I love, and people actually liked it, and people now are actually following me, seeing Hambe Stratton, and people are like, "Hi, bo, who you Thando lo?" And it
mm,
came as a shock to me. I remember telling my friends. I remember also mentioning it in class that what, like, this is shock, like this is a shock to me. And I also remember one of my classmates telling me that you are actually going to go far with this thing, and when I won, you can actually reach like so far, but when I won. So yes, it happened, but it wasn't part of the plan. Like it was just ivele nje yavela, and not to say
literally.
that I don't appreciate it or what, because obviously I appreciate it, and now it's one of the reasons why I can still, like, make or generate rather an income. So I appreciate it a lot, but it wasn't really part of the plan. In fact, I didn't even know that this could be a plan.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I
okay.
didn't even know that this could
Yeah,
be a plan. I didn't even know
yeah.
that this is a thing. Mina, I don't know. Like, I was just so. I did not have a lot of knowledge. I really did not have a lot of knowledge. I think maybe because of the environment I grew in, and
Mm,
just how this also hasn't been really a thing. Into evela manje, like utilizing social media, or yabo, like into cala. I mean, we've only been in for what, 10 years, plus minus 10 years. So
mm,
it's not into esha nakhona. That's why I also didn't
mm.
know. Yeah.
Like, is there anything at all? Don't know about Ocean campaign, and maybe the following was not part of the
Yeah.
things that wanted to, like, achieve, because bongas tabang like that, you were not
Yeah.
like intentional about the growth. Maybe that's one of the things that you were not intentional about. I think we are starting to unpack this intention thing now.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. But either way, so is there anything at all that you feel okay? I may have not been intentional about this, but this I was intentional about, or this, at least this is something I always wanted to have, and maybe it came by accident, or maybe it came, I don't know, in ways that you may have not like planned. Yin Lentole, what is it that you feel okay? This I've gotten out of my trying out of a lot of things. What is that thing that you feel like, okay, this one, very useful.
I think at the beginning of all of this, like initially, one of my biggest, I don't know if to call it a desire or a wish, but one of those was um meeting up with other dancers, like different dancers
Oh,
from around different areas, and just sharing a creative, I call it creative intellect.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
yeah, me now, this is how I creatively come up with a choreography. I want to see how you come up with a choreography, and I want you to teach me what you know, and
To
I
share
teach
it
you what
processes.
I know. Yeah, like I always just longed because I was never really part of a dance community. So I really longed for a dance community. Even like I'm saying, even before that I knew that this could be a plan.
Mm.
I like that's just what I genuinely wanted at the time. I remember I used to ask my brother or cousin rather. He used to live as Nambin and Sinaslalangap. So I would ask him every time, ukuthi ngalesi nambeni bobani bajayivayo yabo, ngiconnecte nabantu abajayiva ngale. So I think that is one of the biggest things actually that I carry in my heart today. I love meeting up with other dancers, and I love just sharing knowledge with other dancers. Like I feel like when I'm with dancers, I'm with people who understand me. Like sicabanga sonke yabo. Like mangasukuma manje ngijive, I know that someone else is gonna dance as well, and it's just gonna be a whole
You're gonna
vibe. Like,
resonate, you're gonna understand what's happening.
yeah, like we resonate so well, and that always makes me feel at home. Cause I don't know if this is something that I've shared before, but the reason why
Give us
was
the
because
exclusive.
because almost almost everywhere that I go,
Mm.
like oh nasekhaya nje and just
Mm.
outside of ekhaya, like like it's such a weird thing ukuthi you're a dancer, uyajiva or ufuna ukujiva or uthanda ukujiva. Like I always kind of felt like an outcast. Like
Oh,
Mina,
okay.
I want something else, and everyone wants
This.
that thing. And
Mm.
yeah, and these are the normal people, and you are the weird one. So
Mm.
yeah, so when I'm in a dance community or I'm with like just a community or group of dancers, I feel at home and I feel like most comfortable. And yeah, that's just been what I've always wanted before I even thought of picking up my phone and taking dance videos, before I
Tell
even
me.
thought of utilizing social media. That's just what I wanted. I wanted a dance community, and now
Mm.
I get to travel like different places, meeting and being
Mm.
around different dance communities with
As
different
we
dance.
get to see the thoughts. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, with different movement languages, and I'm just learning and sharing. So yeah, I'd say that's the thing. Yeah.
So tell me, while we at the community thing, because that's what you believe you've achieved. Actually, that's what you have achieved because we see then we see you have been integrating. Like speaking from for a person who's from Milberg, someone or Puma, like where you are growing up, right? I can say that we are intensely proud of you. So we do see the moves that are being made, and obviously these are moves that are being made outside of Ekasi, and we see these communities that are ashkarining. We see the moves, man. We see the moves in short. So now I want you to walk us through this thing because I can tell you right now, you are the first person that I'm talking to who is at this level of what you are doing. All right. So tell me as beautiful as it is to have this community to integrate to share my processes nabanye abantu. I know that meeting people means meeting personalities, and meeting personalities obviously means there are pros, there are cons, right?
Yes.
So there's someone out there, obviously, Kono Mutekasi, who's wishing to also bafikelele to your kind of level, to work with the kind of people you are
Yeah.
working with, of which, some of these things we're gonna discuss them,
Yeah.
but like how or what are the pros and cons of meeting new people, new personalities? What's happening? Like, what have you been experiencing out there? Kambani, I know that they're genuine people. They are people who they just want to link up with you, make a
Yeah.
video with you because you've got a big following. So just walk us through, Jay, these different kind of things that you've been experiencing. Come on.
I think I can divide it into two. There is
Okay.
a following or fans rather. There's a fan side, and then there's
Mm.
a, I'd say, a colleague side, right? The people that you are in the industry with, and you are all doing the
Wait.
same. Yeah, yeah. And then there's the fans. So on the fan ish, I don't really like using the word fan. Let me say supporters. Ne?
Okay,
So,
we gotta be humble about it, but we understand. We get it. Don't worry. Don't worry. I think you've earned it. I think you've earned it. But okay. Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
the supporters, it's different. There are other
Okay.
people that, on the positive side, I'll start on the positive side first. There are a lot of other people who they like you like obsessively, like kakulu. Like when they see you, they wanna hug you, they wanna touch you, they wanna take pictures, they wanna take videos now, they wanna
Yeah.
talk to you. Like it's just a lot to deal with, but it comes from a genuine place.
Mm. Mm.
Like that person, agazami, like
Make
it
it
generally comes.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it comes from a genuine place. But then it does make me feel like, because I'm not really that extroverted, right? I know that my
Okay.
work requires me to do so. I have to take it out of me, but naturally I'm not very extroverted, so it does make me feel small and not know what to do and not know how to match the energy. But I try my best. And then there are other people who they like you, and they they're the chilled average person that comes to you and say, "Hey, Thando, I like your work. Um, I see you, or we see you, big ups." And then I'm like, "Ah, thank you, thank you, thank you." And then there are other people where they won't greet you, they won't come to you, but when you walk into the place, like they're staring at you the whole time, like loko ukuthi khe wasindwa amehlo abantu, like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
like they are staring the whole time. Mara
Yeah.
lo muntu angeke eze kuwe azokubulisa
Mm-mm.
or azothi big ups or azothini, like it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah,
You can feel them.
yeah, they
Yeah.
just stare. And then abanye, I'd say on the negative side, I never really receive a lot of negative energy. Like it doesn't like happen. I think the only negative energy that I've ever experienced is like getting to a place, greeting people, and people like bakbulisan janjan yabo, because they just, I just don't like you. But otherwise, I've never really experienced any bad things. And then on the colleague sides, like the
Yeah.
people that
That's the
esihlangana
That's yeah.
labantu abesihlangana sonke backstage, esiphefuma
Yeah.
sonke,
Mm.
esibhukhwa sonke, yabo, like those people. Labo, it depends. But most of them really, yeah, but most of them really do act quite, I don't know if bougie is the word to say, but like they don't really,
Classy or
yeah,
celeb type of energy.
yeah, one of the celeb energy that you would
Yeah.
imagine in your mind. If someone would tell you
Mm.
that this person has a celeb energy,
Mm.
what comes to mind? That's exactly how they are. Like they have the same
Yeah.
energy. And crazy thing is, we're in the same place. I'm here, you're here. That means that we are both on the same level. Like you can't now not talk to me because maybe Mina, I don't know, a fan or something. I don't know if that makes sense. But
That makes sense. And funny thing is, sorry to stop you. And funny
yeah,
thing is, at the same time, those are the very same people who are now requesting for a collab, maybe just to beef up their own whatever, whatever. So that's actually where I wish you take us through eventually. Yeah, but carry on.
But yeah, it becomes that. And then
Yeah.
you're actually right. Like, it can go like months later, maybe, or maybe like a year later. I've had a
Mm.
year later,
Mm.
like occurrences where,
Experiencing.
yeah, where before the person didn't really talk to me, the person didn't really, even when I was in the space, the person was
Yep.
just like, like, and a year later, DM, hey Thando, you're so dope. Can we collab? Or hi Thando, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you know what? A part of me has told myself that it's okay. It's okay. I think also other things, it's just being human. Like, I don't know. I don't know, but I don't really take it as such an offense or such a huge thing that, hi, Wena, you didn't want to talk to me a year ago, but now you're here. I'm just chilled about everything because I don't know. I just believe that everything happens for a reason. So whether things happen
Mm.
the way I want or not the way I want, I still believe that it's meant to happen that way.
I think it's a very beautiful like perspective that you have there, especially when you are being conscious of the fact that you know what, entertaining this thing, especially more than I should, is gonna end up messing up with my own energy, you know? Because
Exactly.
obviously, yeah, because obviously the moment you focus so much on how that makes you feel, that means you need to reciprocate. Especially if you're a real person, then you're gonna want to show them that you can also bring back that the same energy. But like me asking the question is partly me also trying to get somebody watching us right now. Obviously, this person is an aspiring dancer. We have dancers already, I understand, but like aspiring to be at that level, and they don't know. Maybe they don't know, and a lot of people actually in different industries, including the music industry, a lot of people are not they don't have their challenge is not in the talent. The challenge is in dealing with atmospheres, people, and because of the fear of not wanting to mess it up, because of the fear of not wanting
Yeah.
to come out cocky or whatever, they end up like losing their own brand focus. Because I do understand at the same time, Uti, you are dancing, but at the same time you are building a brand, of which
Yeah.
I think we actually we went through that a lot right now about brand. Speaking brand, we would find out Uti, dancing is not necessarily the only thing you're doing at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I believe Uti Utando, I believe Uti Utando cannot give in just for the fact of, no, as much as it's released. And then another person comes, then you're giving it because in the process you are busy, directing your brand. So it's just a matter of how do I deal with it now when I realize Ruti, this thing manje iseyenzeka like iseyenzeka in ways that it's diverting my brain. I don't know. Are you even like are you there maybe mentally? Do you see it like that? Or maybe ucabanga ukuthi, even that money is not really necessary to look at it that way. Maybe it's okay to just do, or I don't know. How do you see it?
I think um the best thing that I've come to learn when it comes to that is just be you. I think you don't have to, I don't know, like, see it so Gucci. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't drop. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't drop. Like, that's not the type of mindset that you should carry. Personally, I like I said, I believe that everything happens for a reason. So you are probably put in that space, the music space or the dance space for a reason. And because you had the capabilities that whatever comes your way, you'll be able to navigate it as you, navigate it well as you. I don't know if that
Mm,
that makes sense.
I'm loving
Like,
that. I'm loving it.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like it's something very because I need to make sure that I don't drop it. I don't make a mistake. I don't do this. I don't do this. Like, just be you. Just be you.
Where does, okay, I know the question sounds cliche because I think we have spoken a little bit about this in our previous conversations, but like, where does the wisdom, where does this, the insight to even look at things, to even look at life like that? Because I think to have this kind of a perception, it does not even take you, like, it does not only take you analyzing a particular space. I think it comes with analyzing or perceiving life a certain way, and it comes with it's intentional. I think it's one of the things that come with your intention because you are intentional now. Anish.
Yes.
So since you're intentional, do you mind letting us know, Uti, where is the intention? Like, Utona, yeah, like how does one end up looking at things this way? Because this is not the majority's way of looking at life. Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
obviously, if we are being general, everyone wants to make sure bang enjoy it. One,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
like we are there, like
Yeah.
we just keeping it real. So people are putting in mindset to which, if I do this, this is how they're gonna take it. If I do that, so how do you think, how do you be like, what do you believe somebody goes through a journey, or maybe readership mhlambe kunalabo kunento abayifundayo, what do you get yours, like where do you get your wisdom?
I don't. Okay, let me not say I don't know because I'm lying.
Because you are
But
intentional.
no, but I would say that my faith has played a very huge role in how I think, in how I perceive things. Yeah, in how I think and perceive things. Because, and this is a very, I won't say recent thing, but equally when I started being intentional about everything. And also, I've just been a person who's very, I don't know how to put this. Like, I've been a person who likes feeding herself with knowledge. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I like
100%.
yeah, like I like to know about this, about that. I like to know about the best way maybe to handle a situation, one, two, three. I like feeding myself with knowledge, and I think the faith that I have and my zeal for having knowledge on stuff, you and
Bring
it's
the
something.
terms, bring the terms, bring the terms, yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
I think also maybe because I've been told a lot of times that I articulate my words well. I think also it's something, it's just a gift that God gave me. I could
Mm.
say the fact that I can articulate well and the fact that my thinking process is not similar to a day-to-day person's thinking process.
Mm.
Not to say like
Mm. Mm.
I'm higher than anyone. No,
Come
I
on.
don't.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
we
but
get
like
you.
I think different about every situation. And yeah,
Mm.
as it isn't does explain it, like it's just
True,
who Thando is. I don't know.
true, true,
Yeah.
true. It's
Yeah.
like literally critically ukuthi it started off with you wanting to know, and then when you start knowing it, and then you become. That's where it starts getting hard to explain because you have become. You
Yeah.
know.
I've become, yes.
Now I understand because manje mangilalele, when I'm listening to you using terms such as zeal and speaking about your faith, I understand ukuthi you are speaking more about life from a spiritual point of view, from a spiritual perspective, right?
Yeah.
So, for one, for being someone who believes Uguti, life is spiritual before it is physical. That is why now you find me wanting, maybe you to share a little bit of, because I believe Uguti, in the many people that watch you, a lot of them, ne, a lot of them truly ifana a pie chart, like a pie chart. So there are people who are there just to watch, just to consume. There are people who are there, they're looking up to you, they want to become like you. But the thing is, if for those speaking to those specifically who want to become like you, they cannot do it by only looking at the outcomes, because there's a spiritual encounter part. There's somewhere where Utando gets the very core essence of who they are, right?
Yeah.
And that is what I believe we are sharing right now: the zeal, the faith. Do you mind, DJ Kambi Anani, letting us know Ganani about the faith? Is it something you're comfortable sharing?
Yeah.
Just need to let us know. This is who Tando is, in the faith, so that if Mfufana no Tando, at least ngibambe naleyo cheat code yangibamba.
Um. Yeah, you're very right. I also do believe that everything starts in the spirit before it comes out in the physical, right?
Yeah.
Because everything has
Yeah.
a source. Everything has a source. Yeah, well, so the source is the spirit, and then it manifests into the physical. But in terms of my faith, right? To anyone who doesn't know, but I think most people know that I'm a believer, right?
Sure.
I'm
Sure.
a believer in Jesus Christ, and
Mm.
um a lot of things that I've attained, a lot of things that I am, it is
Yeah.
because of God, and because of the teachings that I've got from investing more in my faith. So I don't know, like, the cheat code is prayer. I think I know that everyone says this, ne?
Yeah.
But it's the truth. Like, there's nothing else. Like, it's the truth. Like,
Yeah.
it just unlocks everything so beautifully, and it just makes everything so purposeful, and it just aligns everything the way it's supposed to align. And prayer is such a strong, like, element of life. Like, even if you're not a believer, even if you are, I don't know, from another religion or believe in something else, even wherever you are, prayer is the key. Like, prayer is the key. So I think, in terms of faith wise, if
Mm.
I would advise anyone on how to, or what to do rather, when it comes to these spiritual things and faith and etc., is to go hard on prayer. That's the first thing. Like, it's very, very important to go hard in prayer, because that's where you receive your guidance, as well as whether where
Mm.
to go, where to not go, what to do after this, how to do it,
Mm.
what to do for five.
Mm.
So yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
know why I think a lot of people think Uti, information is gate kept? It's because some of the most precious advices are very simple. I've learned to realize that.
Yeah, like,
Like,
until ngibhalele ukuthi, okay, number one, yenza so, number two, like, just pray. And I think also,
mm,
ask is I think also another thing that makes people think that maybe we are gatekeeping information, and we are just telling them to pray, but we are doing more than just praying. It's because people don't understand what prayer is. You don't there's a way to approach prayer, number one. And there's a way to position your heart when you kneel down and you come in prayer. And your motive of why you're praying matters as well. So you don't just kneel down and just, like, ngathi uyayithesta ukuthi, okay, sharp, uthanda ukuthi ngithandaze, namuhla ebusuku ngiyothandaza. I wanna see ukuthi, okay, njengoba thi ngiyothandaza kuyoyenzakalani.
true, true,
Like,
true.
already you've
Which
lost it. Already
which
you've lost it.
which makes me like build up a visual in my mind,
Mm.
right? Like as you speak, and I'm thinking in my mind, it's like a person saying, "Yeah, you are telling me, Ruti, I must go and sow a seed of an apple tree, but you're busy eating apples. I mean, the reason why I'm eating the apples is because I
I
sowed the
saw the
seed, you know?
seed.
Sowed the seed first, you know?
Exactly.
So, yeah, so I think maybe that is what I'm saying. Some of the best advices that you can get are very simple.
Yeah.
And that is why in their essence, that is why people bafila bangathi, I mean, because I think I believe I know this by experience. Like the person, e.g., the person who taught me how to produce music, Cuba, what they used to tell me, I used to ask them now and then. I'll ask them, I'll give them a call. Yo, what should I do? You know, because my friends, they are improving. My fellow producer friends, they're improving. What should I be doing right now? And they'll say to me, listen to radio, listen to music, listen to the music that plays on the
Yeah.
radio. And I'd be like, I'd drop the call, and maybe, okay, not drop the call obviously, but like after the call I'd be like, hey, okay, maybe this thing, maybe he's just trying to tell me it's not time, whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
But later I realized, I found out, I discovered that when people ask me what they should do, I give them the same advice. And here's the reason.
Yeah.
The reason is, the more you take in what's familiar, the more you take in what's working, the
Yeah.
more you hear it, is the more you become the person who can do
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Yeah. So when you pray, similarly, when you pray, you become the person who can now carry out your dreams and stuff.
Exactly. Yes. And patience is key. Like ungajahi, just because I think this is a widely said thing. Like it's what people are always talking about or always saying on social media, that just because I'm at point A and you are at point F, it doesn't mean that you now have to rush just to get there at the top, or now things have to magically happen for you to get there. Like you're on your own lane. You're on your own lane. I think that's also what matters the most. Like
Yeah.
it's also, yeah, it also falls behind motive. What's your motive when you kneel down and pray? Do you want what I have, or do you want to be aligned with what is meant to be yours?
Are you seeking first the kingdom, or are you trying to?
To win. You wanna win, but you don't wanna work.
Yeah, 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 true. Nah, nah, I get it. I get it. So, okay, Sharp, let me take people back to, the more interesting stuff, of course, the things that we see, yeah, visually. So, tell me, from taking your own videos, dancing for songs, like doing your own ashkaraiming your thing, doing your stuff, to being in a music video, like just take us through the difference. What's the experience? Because I saw you in a music video. I'm like, what? Okay, hey, nah, this is another level. This is a different level. So let us know, like, how has that been for you? Like, a camera, obviously, it's
Yeah.
a different
Yeah.
environment, right?
Yeah.
It's no longer it's no longer your phone, your friend, and your phone, and you're
Yeah.
dancing. Nah, take us through that journey inside.
It's very, very different, really. Obviously, from being shot in your phone to being shot, but like there's now a whole crew. There's now camera people.
Yeah,
It's really, yeah, like it's a very, very different
for sure.
atmosphere. The energy is also different. Like now, it's like if nginabangan bang shoot on your phone, yeah, I can make a
You're comfortable.
mistake and I'm comfortable. Yes, like
Yeah,
I can make a mistake and I know that it's fine. We'll reshoot if I make a mistake. Or
sure,
if,
sure.
yeah, like if this happens, no, it's okay. Good,
Yeah,
right? Sepina, you know,
you
man.
don't know that.
Yeah, yeah. Now, when it's a whole crew, cameras, lights, these big cameras, you feel so okay. At first, I'd say initially, because once the process starts, I always tell this that once I start performing or once I start dancing, like everything
Yeah,
just like I just become better. But before, maybe like let's say a few moments before we're about to begin, or before the
Yeah,
cameras are going to be rolling, I'm
yeah.
anxious a lot. I'm thinking a lot. I'm like, what? These people, Solana, which they called me. Like,
Oh,
Bayozio, they say some sapi. Oh, am I like I just think I ask myself a lot of things. I think this is also um one of the things that I'm intentional from of
oh,
growing from.
okay. Sort of the intention vibe. Give
Yeah,
me. I
yeah.
put us on.
Because
Put us on. Yeah.
a lot of times I get to bombard myself with unnecessary things that are inevitable, if that's the word. Like, is it though? Or things that I'm not even supposed to be bothering myself of.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's like a lot goes on in my head, like in a music video shoot. But also in the midst of that, because I'm doing what I love and because I'm doing what I love with all my heart, it's always an amazing experience. Like it's always refreshing. I love being behind the camera, whether I'm speaking or whether I'm dancing. So yeah. So
So
I'm
basically,
really
what
living.
you've been doing, I know you're still going to be doing a lot of, like a lot more of the videos you do with your phone, obviously. But
Yes.
like, so in a nutshell, I think I say all of it was practice for the things that are starting to happen now because you are now more familiar with the camera, and also I think you are more in sync with the music now. You like you have your way around what you do, how you behave, and how you dance, and whatever the approaches that you take when you dance for another song.
Yeah.
So tell me, because I know also, once upon a time in your journey or somewhere along the journey you were just doing these videos without maybe any particular promo, agreement, maybe with agreement with maybe the person or the owner of the song. But now I believe with me, we have gone to the level whereby we are doing actual promos now, right? And also that on its own is an experience. But shortly before you do that, I think I'd like us to just nje kancane, ashkara in the comments there. I think we are getting some love there, and yeah, the people are not mine. Sila, we are here. Sanbonani.
Thank you so much, guys. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
appreciate it. Sabon.
Awe, awe. Yabo. So now it's an experience on its own and also it's business. So meaning ukuthi manje, what you're doing has opened you up to a whole world, like
Yeah,
a whole industry.
yeah,
Manje, so kukhuluma nabantu, DMs. How's the DM situation looking like? Because manje, not only are people aware ukuthi you've got a following, but you can utilize the following. Remember, ukuthi someone can have a following, but be ineffective with the following. You can
yeah,
buy followers or you can buy an account with a following, but if you are not the pioneer of the following, ngiyabonakala in how you get to utilize the following, right?
yeah,
So so not only are you carrying a following, but also you are active, you are pioneering, you are in a position whereby you are able to direct your following. They are following you, they are not following your account at this
yeah,
point.
yeah.
So Manje, what's the DM situation looking like? I know with that being said, the DM situation is crazy.
DM situation, how? Like,
Or like maybe okay. With let's start off with people DMing you. Let's start off with the interesting stuff or things that would rather interest people to want to know. Ukuthi, how's your DM like looking like in terms of abantu bafuna attention yakho? Maybe not necessarily for the you know not necessarily for the business. Siyaphithizela manje. There's this guy. They just want to utilize this opportunity. How's that? How's that part looking like?
it's a lot. Like gunengi vele. Like others, it's work. Others, it's collaborations, partnerships. Others, it's just a love, J. And others, it's just you remember I told you that there are those supporters that are like overly obsessive, like bayenza kakhulu bafuna ukukufonela, but like
Mm.
yeah, so
They would like to turn into a friendship.
yeah, yeah, but it's not. I think it's manageable. Like it's not out of my hands.
Nokushayenwa involved, you know. I mean, yeah, I understand we are trying to keep it clean, but like,
I
I
listen
mean,
to
I mean, these are,
everything.
I, I mean, these are questions I know with me. There are people who will be comfortable to ask, and there are people who won't be comfortable to ask. Either way, these are things that are going on. And as I said earlier on, Uti, there are people who not only are watching you to enjoy your content or to consume it, but they are, for their sake, I think if they heard it from you, with okay, sharp, this is what's happening in your DM. Like the situation is like this. Ungabi carried away. Maybe sometimes a Jay-Z will throw in a DM. Yeah, what we say, man. Do you mind chilling? But that's a different conversation. Yeah, well, it's a different conversation. Although it might lead to business, but like
Yeah,
because of not wanting to ruin things, ungathola ukuthi abantu they are in like a lot of compromising situations. So
yeah,
the
true.
DM situation, obviously, we are talking about like a lot of things now, very involved. So that's not happening. We don't have to worry about that.
It is, but I don't really pay attention to that.
Like
I
you
don't
said,
even
it's many.
even though sometimes people they camouflage their intentions with Thando. When are you having a dance class? Thando, when are you hosting? I wanna come. You know, abanye vele bayifihla ngalowo, and I think I've been at it too long that now I can see who's serious and who's just here to try and use, excuse me, what I do as bait. So
Mm.
yeah, gonna, like I'm saying, it's manageable. Like I can manage it. I can, yeah.
Oh, so we don't have to worry about that. Our time is still good.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So there's also like job essentially, I've realized that not only are you particularly dancing mind, like we are looking at a brand, like we're looking at a brand that's been doing different things, and one of those things is I've been seeing you. There's something that I've actually wanted to ask you, and it's perfect to ask you on camera because not only I will get to hear the answer. So, are you venturing into podcasting?
Uh, yeah. Yes. No. Woo, the
Okay.
wind. And I have my windows open. I'm so
Or
sorry if it's loud.
you want to-
No, like it's too hot. But if it's
Oh,
loud, yeah, if it's loud, it's okay.
yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Konje, what was I saying?
Oh, yes, you were like yes, no. Me asking if you are venturing into podcasting.
Oh, so I've been trying out different things and different
Yeah.
ways to generate an income, right? Not only through my dancing, but I'm expanding into being a digital creator, like influencer, promoter, brand ambassador, etc. And then I also do want to go into the the podcasting world, right? But then Leo, the podcasting part, I did start it, but then ngayekela ngaphakathi, because I remember I did also post about this, that
Okay.
I feel like I started it when I was not ready. Yes, I had the idea, or I still have the idea and the desire in my heart to go into podcasting, but I
Okay.
feel that I have to equip myself first with certain things that will make me stand out. Like that will make me just not the common podcaster or the common YouTuber. So Leo Nishe Pagat Nendao, but it is definitely one of the things that I'm venturing into. I'm also venturing into presenting as well. So yeah, it's just those things.
Because I've actually experienced, like I've seen, maybe not a lot, but I've seen some videos, and I've been following your what's this? I've been following your capabilities, like your ability to ask questions to interview someone, and I'm like, damn, okay. Like, wow, where has this presenter been hiding in Thando? Because azange just here inside all, and we keep on doing these things kancane kancane, and they're like just blossoming, you're just becoming this brand that I think in the years to come, abantu angeke bakhona ukuyi-container. They won't be able to put it in a container, because you will be doing what you want to do when you want to do it, like as you are right now. Because njengoba ngibona while I'm still on the question about like your podcasting, I want to know also with the M Studios, because I think I saw yeah, your collaboration, or I saw you doing your Ashkarani, your content there. Can you just like a little bit tell us about the interaction, the collaboration with M Studios, what's happening
So it was for a dance master class. It was the
there? Yeah.
second it was the second time an event like that was
Okay.
hosted.
Sure.
So, what happens at a dance master class is instead of teaching you choreography or teaching you how to dance, we are feeding your mind. So, we are teaching you how to build yourself as a brand, as a dancer, how to maintain
Okay.
brand as a dancer, how to generate income as a dancer. Like
Wow.
we're just teaching you how to go about the industry as a dancer. Cause we went towards that, Tina, because this is totally we were supposed to figure such things out on the way. And it's very like kukancane for such
Yeah.
events to be hosted. Cause every time there's a dance class or dance workshop, you're always just there to dance. You're always just there to dance. And I think that's why a lot of people end up giving up on dance because they don't see a direction to what they are doing.
They don't
And that's what the
they don't see that business side of it.
yeah, the business side of it. So that's what the masterclass is about. We get on a panel and we just share our knowledge on how to go about it and how to maneuver, how to navigate, how to grow. You know, there's a lot of things that go into dancing. There's mental health, there's physical health, how to keep your physical health at peak condition. Like there's just a lot of things. So the first master class that I was invited to, I was invited there as a panelist, right? As one of the speakers, one of the people that are going to be asked the questions. So Tando, how do you build your brand as a dancer? How do and then I answer, no, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. And then I'm not sure what made them um pick me for the second time to be the host. So after that first event, they came to me and they were like, no, we want you to now host the second one. We want you to be the one facilitating the panel and the conversation because they wanted someone who was experienced enough and they wanted someone who could ask or speak on the things that dancers need to know. Like, I would know what dancers need to know today and I would ask. So, yeah, and
Now this is where collaboration is taking place now.
the
This is where now a collaboration is actually taking place.
yeah.
It's starting to take place.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So yeah, so the second time I was a host, I was hosting and facilitating the entire panel, and I also became a judge as well for the battle that happened after. So yeah,
Right.
that's just yeah. So that's how me and Studios also Let's Dance RSA and I think AOK Studios now. But yeah, it was just a whole collaboration of creatives from different areas, interviewers, hosters, photographers, videographers, dancers, speakers. You know, it was just a big collaboration of different creatives in their different lanes. And yeah, I was blessed enough to be part of it twice, and hopefully I might go
Mm.
back the third, fourth time. It might be my home, Asas. Yeah,
That would be great to experience. And before I pass, like, how does it feel like? Because I think being a judge is one of the things that I've always, mentally is just one of the things that I always love the idea of being like, in that kind of city.
yeah,
So how do you feel like? Because I understand with it being a judge also, carries there's a lot of responsibility put on your shoulders. Because mind you are there deciding with it, okay, this person gets
yeah,
to come on the side of the line or not. So
yeah.
how was your experience doing like the judging, and what is it that you like? What is it that you didn't like about the experience? Like, we are talking to a judge right now.
Um, you, I've experienced it. I've judged quite a lot of battles. I'd say maybe so far, maybe I've judged like four battles, I think, somewhere there. So when I was judging the at the masterclass, it wasn't the first time, and it felt,
Oh,
yeah, it felt more natural, obviously, because singing, but
mm,
judging is different because kuyahluka, you go to a certain place, maybe you go to Mpumalanga, you judge there, and when you've reached a conclusion or masawukhulumile ukuthi okay, this is the person that's taking it, this is the person that's losing, people actually abalwi nawe, and they don't question why. In they
that's
trust you enough that no,
common, yeah.
yeah, she knows why she chose the person she chose, and we respect that. And they actually come to you, but say, we respect you. Oh, thank you so much for coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's other places where you get there, you judge there. We are Shuguti. Okay, no, this one is out. This one, but hey, let's judge Lely. In.
Definitely, it's different energy, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
different energy now.
yeah.
Manje laba sebayakwata. There's this one time where I judged a battle, and this boy, he got so angry that he cried. Like, he was on the side there and he was crying. That's
Mm.
how angry he was. And I had to go to him and tell him that no, listen, this is not the end of the world. This doesn't mean that just because things happen the way they happened. So, to judging, I feel like for me personally, from my personal experience, it differs from place to place. There are other places where it's warm and you are honored and you're respected and you are thanked, and then there's other places where bakubona ngathi vele bakuthengile wena bakunike 500 ukuthi winisa lo. Like it's just different energies everywhere you go, different places, like
And you
kuyahluka.
have to continue doing you. You have to continue
Yeah,
trace back
yeah, you have to
regardless.
continue doing you. Like, you can't step down, you have to continue doing you.
So, so with that being said, obviously, I think we can all agree to the fact that your brand at this point is very colorful. We've just spoken about the other things that you found yourself doing along the journey of becoming Thando, and then one of the things that I've been like checking out is Umoja students. Like, I see Uguti, that's something else. Because mine, like, on my end, I ended up mixing maybe at some point these things and wondering, okay, how do they separate? Like,
Yeah,
what's happening? Like, Utan, what's happening right now? Like, it seems like she's here for everything. And
yeah,
she's here for everything, and what we love to see the most is how she is so good at all of these things. She's not flopping at any of them. And so that's one of the things, that's one of the brands that I've seen you affiliated with, working with, seen you holding your mic there, pushing something. So I want to know, like, I want to know also that part, like, in take us through, Umoja student, what's happening there, what exactly are you doing there? Because also, I think that's one of the places, platforms where I felt like, okay, here's the presenter. It's coming out. It's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So what's up? What's happening with Umoja students and you?
So Umaja Students is a student accommodation brand. It's a very well known student accommodation brand in
Yeah.
Pitori, right? So
Okay.
I was the brand ambassador
Yeah.
this year. The
Yeah.
whole year I was the brand ambassador.
Oh,
That
Brandon.
means yes,
Okay.
yes, brand ambassador. That
Yeah.
means that if I'm in charge of the content and I'm also in charge of the branding of the the visual branding. Yeah. The
Yes.
visual.
Oh, okay. Okay. The face, like
Yeah,
ish
yeah, the
type thing.
face. Like yes, yes. So yeah, that's what I've been doing for them this entire year. It's been a very excuse me. It's been a very fruitful collaboration, I'd say, or partnership. I've actually learned a lot with being part of Umoja students and being the face. I've actually grown a lot as because I also want to go into creative direction. So those are the things that I'm also learning as or since rather I've been partnered with Umoja
Yeah.
students. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's nothing too big. It's just me promoting a student accommodation. And yeah, also anyone who's looking for a student accommodation, abantu abasuka
Wh-
ekhaya coming this
While
side,
you're
they, they know that okay, these are the people we can text, or this is the brand to go to or to contact. So yeah, this year 2024 I was the brand ambassador of Umoja students.
So okay, okay. So now we get which okay for the amp studios you were doing because I understand with at the end of the day, isn't it? We are living in the information age, obviously. So
Mm,
why is that all of these different things that you've been doing? Obviously, there has to be some kind of a way of visually marketing them and video like the video method of doing it is the wisest.
yeah.
So I've come to understand the routine. I've come to understand that in these different things and different platforms that you've been in, there's been some videography happening, taking place, which I believe not only I, but a lot of people, mhlambe yilana ke sekucala khona ukuba idea that this might be a podcast again. This might be that. This might be that because there's video happening. There's a mic in your hand. So what do you like? What usually happens? Because sometimes I see when to catch up. Maybe you're carrying your mic and you are presenting something. Like what exactly do you find yourself mostly doing or presenting when you are holding a mic during your shoots? Or whatever. I don't know how to phrase it. Like, but I think you'll have a better approach. Mm.
I think that is me, first of all, channeling my present, not really channeling, but I'm sharpening my presenter side, or I'm trying to sharpen my presenter side. I know that there's a lot of opportunities in speaking. Like you can go on radio, you can be a voiceover artist. There's a lot. You can be a speaker at an event. You can be a host. You can be a presenter. There's a lot of things that come with speaking. So I'm trying to sharpen that skill of mine. That's why I even got a mic. And that's why I incorporated, especially when I'm promoting like la kumele ngikhulume khona, or when a content idea came up where I now have to be holding a mic. I utilize it, or I'm utilizing it because I'm trying to sharpen that aspect of me. Yeah, well, that
That yeah,
presenter,
yeah.
that speaker, that yeah, yeah. I also know that it might go a long way. Like someone may
No,
just
no,
come
no.
on my
For sure, for sure, for sure, for
however,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. One of the things that I think, okay, one of the things that I think will do big injustice if I forgot to ask you about your dance classes. Because you know what? Here's another thing. Like, by the way, people who are watching us right now, please make sure that you also go onto the YouTube channel of this Beatles Live. Beatles Live is how you find it. So you'll discover that I did an interview with Thando back early in the year, right?
Was it not last year?
Late last year, between late last year, early this year, just between the two.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so please go there and check it out. Beatles Live, just the same way that this account of mine is named. You'll discover that we had a conversation, and in the conversation, also there's a question that I brought about that I asked you that had to do with the dance studios and Soweto and everything. But I understand now that these dance classes have gotten to another level now because I've gotten to discover that you don't only host them in one particular place anymore, but now you are able to host them here, there, and everywhere. Like, what's been happening there, man? Like, what's going on? Like, what are you doing when you're sleeping, man? Take us through the dance class experience. The last time I saw it, I think you were hosting in, I don't know if I'm not mistaken. Is it there? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So take us through that experience because that alone is also showing. It's like expressing your brand influence. It's expressing how you are able to influence even people that are further away,
Yeah,
both from your hometown and where you are ashkaraning in the
yeah,
cities. Now,
yeah.
let let me know. Like, just let us know about the dance classes and then your experience and where we are right now.
So dance classes, ne? The reason why I actually started hosting them at different places and not at one particular place was that I used to host at one particular place, mostly
Mm,
Soweto's Finest. They are the ones that hosted me, and they are the ones that got me into like this dance class gist, yeah. So
mm.
from that, from people seeing videos of that, from people seeing pictures, and they cannot make it because it's too far, they DM me and they tell me that, hey Thando, I wanna attend one of your dance classes, but Soweto's Finance is too far. Oh, hi Thando, I wanna attend dance classes, but I'm from this particular place. Or can you come to this place? So that brought me to a realization that, oh, there's actually people in other places that would
Yeah,
want my dance classes, and then that's where I started expanding to like other places and other dance studios, and it's been such a lovely experience for me. I've come to realize that I'm a very good teacher and I love teaching dance. I love teaching dance, and it's actually one of my passions to teach dance because I'm very good at it. I'm very good at studying a person, looking at a person, and
yeah,
understanding that, okay, the way that I teach when is not the way that I'm going to teach another person, or the technique that I'm gonna apply or I'm gonna tell you to apply is not the same technique I'm gonna tell someone else to apply. I've come to learn that I'm very good at seeing that, and I've been told a lot of times that I make the movements easier. Like when I teach them, when I tell you, when I break it down to you, at first ubona ngathi, oh my goodness, this is the hardest thing, but after I've explained, then you see that, oh, okay. So the dance class is actually, or the dance classes are actually something that is very close to my heart because I get to teach, I get to share my knowledge, and I get to also, like I said, be with other dancers in other dance communities or experience other dancers in other dance communities because of maybe where we grew up, where we come from, because of our body types, because of our heights, etc. Those all of those things contribute to how you move. All of those things contribute to movement language. So as I'm going to different places teaching different dance classes, I'm coming to realize that wow, you actually move this way because of where you come from, or because of this, or because of that.
Can I just
And this
can I just disturb you just a second? Just a second,
okay,
yeah.
no problem.
Yeah, there's something I have to really try and avoid from happening. My phone and my battery.
Yeah, let me also charge
Yeah.
mine.
Okay, no, you can plug it up. Like I feel like Lento Kulumanga right now is super important, and I don't even want to interject. I think I want you to take it right from where you were. That's how attentive I was. Luckily, my charger is very close, so we're good.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So where do you want me to take it?
Oh, yeah, so you were explaining the fact that when you are teaching different people different
Yeah,
strategies and ways to approach dancing, you're also minding the fact that there's a lot of things that affect how someone moves, and
yeah,
their body size
yeah,
involved, and everything like that, and aesthetics. So yeah, can you just take us from
yeah,
there
yeah.
and push us
So
forward? Yeah,
So yeah, I've come to learn, I've come to realize that we dance differently, we express ourselves differently. Just like how they always say there's no master of pronunciation, because we all have our different ways of pronouncing things because
for
of
sure.
maybe our ethnic background, or because of where we grew up, or because of, there's different reasons. So it's the same with the body, it's the same with a movement language. It differs. Like you can have a certain choreography set, and you can say that okay, this is the choreography I want them to teach. When we take a video, this is the one I want them to execute. And then you get there, and then you find someone who moves differently. The person is doing the move, but they move differently. So there's just a lot of aspects into a dancer's body, and I've come to a body and mind. And doing these dance classes and experiencing these different people, these different energies, I'm learning a lot personally, as much as I'm going around and teaching. But I am also learning a lot and taking a lot out of teaching. I'm realizing a lot of things, but otherwise, it's a very beautiful experience for me, one that is very close to my heart. I don't think I'll ever stop hosting dance classes because they complete me. Like I love it. Like it's one of those things that I
It
love doing. I get so
literally makes
excited.
you like, yeah,
I get so excited when I have a dance class. Like sometimes sokuthi angilali nasebusuku. Yes, the excitement there ukuthi kusasa tripping.
yeah.
Awulali ebusuku, like you cannot sleep, and it makes me feel almost a similar way. Like I get so excited that I cannot wait to just be there, conduct the class, see them, share energies, see different people, experience different movement language, different bodies. So yeah, it's been a wonderful experience.
Like, okay, so this to me sounds like something that is exciting, mixed emotion type of vibe. So it also makes me understand that there's also a lot of challenges like accompanying your experience. So do you have like any particular challenge? Because in everything that we do, good and bad, things that we love and things that we don't necessarily love, there is there's a fair share of challenges in
Yeah.
all of these things. And the fact that you've mentioned so many things, including different movements from different people, affected by different things, body size included. I know that alone, that on its own forms a very touchy, sensitive topic. When we talk about body size, already it's a topic on its own. It can even form its own interview. That's
Yeah.
how broad of a topic that is. So it brings me to the fact that in your craft, in your journey of teaching other people how to navigate doing what they love, regardless who or how they are. So I understand that also there's challenges that you come across while you make people feel comfortable with who they are,
Yeah.
right? So I don't know, maybe you can share some of these with us. They could serve a much bigger purpose than just answering a question right now. I mean, someone watching and now I think somebody out there now understands that their body size, whether too small or maybe too big in their perception of their eyes, does not stop them from hitting Thando up.
Yeah,
Now they know
of
this
course.
does not stop me from hitting Thando
Yeah,
up because the way that Thando handles or teaches someone that is of a certain body size is going to be, this is unique to me. This is my
yeah.
experience with Thando. So yeah, let us know, maybe in the past, have you navigated any challenges? If so, what were they?
I think the first thing that I'd want to touch on is the body size thing, ne? And
Yeah.
it's not whether you are bigger or whether you are smaller. That is not a limitation. The limitation starts in your mind. You limit yourself in your mind once you start to think that I can't do this because I'm this way or that way. And that
Yeah.
takes me to my challenges. When I'm conducting a dance class, my goal all the time is that a person comes out of the class better than what they came in the class as. And sometimes it's difficult to get that out of a person that has already limited themselves in their mind,
In
a,
the
a
mind.
person, yeah, like a person that has already shut themselves off in their mind that yazi, this is this, and it becomes difficult for me to even get to that person's mind and make them understand that this is a something that you can do, this is not something that you cannot do. Yeah. And it really does bother me when, because I'm sure usually like at the end of a class we just come together and we take a video together. Sometimes it's posted, sometimes not, but this is to just um this is to make sure that the choreography is in your body, right? You can now do it without being told step by step, without being guided, right? So that's the purpose of the video taking after dance classes.
Okay.
and
Okay.
and you find
Sounds like an interesting activity. Like I'm already just
it
picturing it with.
is.
Mm,
And you find
mm.
people asking to sit aside. You find people asking that, ish, can I please sit aside, I can't do it, or ish, or they go at the back and hide behind everyone. Like it really does bother me that I came here to make sure that
You
you
do
come out of my
that.
class better than what you came in, but
Yeah.
you have already built this wall that I can't get through. I think that is also like it's out of my control, it's out of my hands, but it is something that becomes very challenging for me because I also do want everyone to enjoy my classes. If when I saw Yakala would say, I can't do this, I can't do this. Also, Nami, it makes me kind of feel like maybe I'm too hard or not understanding that, okay, like I don't know, but it just gives me a lot of uncomfortability, and that is something that I most of the time have to go through whenever I'm hosting a dance class. And yeah, it's quite challenging, especially with the goal that I have. I go with the dance class with this goal that I want you to come out better than what you came in. And now I can't reach that goal. And now it's like so yeah, besides that, um
I can that's how your emotions forming in your face right now. It's like you are in that moment right now. It's like you are literally.
yeah.
That's how close to your heart this thing is. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, and I mean, as thing is it though, there's nothing you can only do much actually. You can only do much.
And the
But
beautiful, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to say so, and of course, the beautiful side of everything is you also have your wins. I mean, you have the things that you love seeing when they happen, and that must be
Mm.
you realizing, damn man, I did it. Everybody here
Yeah.
is they believe in themselves, and
Yeah.
like yeah. So like maybe if you can just it can just even be an experience. It can be a group. It can be a person, whatever. So what are your upsides? Like what has been your peak in the dance classes? What has been the bright, like, the bright side of it? What is it that you have experienced, seen, and said to yourself, okay, hey, you know what? I'm glad I started this because this is what I get to see.
Um, the passion. The passion always blows me away. Like the passion that they carry, or majority of them carry, like them being intentional with learning from you, and them actually executing it like at their best level. I don't know if that makes sense. Like there's a thing called performance quality.
Sure.
Yeah, performance quality doesn't necessarily come from rehearsing over and over, or practicing over and over, or being perfect at something. Performance quality comes from the passion. It comes from your your moves being felt. And I think for me, that's always like the highlight of everywhere that I go. Obviously, it differs from place to place, group to group.
Of course.
It differs. Yeah, it differs, but that's what I love seeing the most, like that passion. You can see it in their face, you can see it in the way that they apply themselves to the
Yeah.
movement. You
Yeah.
can tell that, oh, this passion is such a beautiful thing. I remember I went to Alexandra to teach a dance workshop there,
Come on.
and these kids, they literally gave me goosebumps because of
Okay.
their passion, because of how invested they were, and how they applied themselves, and how when they dance, Ngathi, it just lights up their whole face or their whole world, in fact. So those are one of the highlights. Those are one of
Mm,
the highlights that I get from these dance classes. It's just experiencing
things that
different
you get to
passions.
see.
And also it inspires me. Like sometimes I look at a person and I'm like, yo, I don't love dance. Like you love dance. Ngizitshela la ukuthi yo, no ways, mina ngiyadlala. Naba
I thought I
abafana.
loved it.
I thought I loved it, but naba abantu bayithandayo lento. Not
Yeah.
that I stick by that. I just say it out of trying to emphasize the amount of passion that I'm seeing. I'm not
I
saying it,
understand.
yeah, I'm not saying it out of reality that it is that way, but I'm saying it just to try to show you,
Paint
like to emphasize,
the picture that you know
yeah,
of.
to paint the picture. So, yeah, yeah, it's
Anything,
that.
anything maybe because okay, Sharp, I understand that the things that we have discussed, spoken about for the entire session have been like things that we have been able to see,
Yeah,
right? These things that we have either been able to see through your posting and the updates that you give us from time to time.
yeah.
Anything maybe that you would like to give us, Liana, maybe a sneak peek, something that's happening behind the scene, even if it's not like like full on, but maybe something, Liana, what's happening? Do we get to like peek into it directly, Liana, inside? I don't know. Yeah. Anything. I mean, anything for people.
I think
Anything at all.
I think the
Yeah.
safest thing to say is remember the name Thando.
I, I,
Remember the name.
I,
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna
I,
speak too much. Angifuna ukukhuluma kakhulu.
yeah.
Just remember the name.
You know what? But coming to think of it, I think. I think this is the first platform where you said remember the name. Now I'm kidding. I'm just joking. I'm just trying to get an exclusive from anything right now. No, no, no. I love that a lot because one thing that I personally have to say, hi, no, you are something else. Like you are truly, truly, truly something really great. Like when one gets to listen to how you think, when one gets to listen to the things that you do and the way that you do them, your approaches, your processes, and your intention, most importantly, like your intention behind the things that you're doing. I love the fact that that's one of the first things that you said. Being intentional. You are truly, truly intentional because even in the things that you say you love from other people, they involve intention. You love how intentional other people are
Yeah.
because I believe the energy has sunk in. You have become intention. So
Yes.
I truly think, man, like you are one of the biggest in the game that we get to be this intimate with, and we get to talk to, and we get to experience all the way up. I wish you all the best. Like I said in our previous interview, which I believe if you haven't and you're watching this right now, I heavily, heavily, intensely suggest that you go back there as well because there's a lot of beauty in the build up. There's a lot of beauty in the things that we get to talk about before certain
Yeah.
other things happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said in the other interview, and I'm still saying it, like you are I have no words for you. Like you are something big. Like you are big, 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 big. You're a big deal. And I love the fact that this is not gonna consume your mind. I'm not even like at this point I'm not even afraid. I'm not even saying giving it to you like an advice, don't let it get to your head because I don't see it getting into your head because of how you have intended to look at everything.
Yeah.
So big shout out, man. Big shout out. Thank you that I always have your time. You always give me your time when I come through.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out, man. Shout out. This is gonna go to YouTube, of course. I'm going to ashkaran this, edit this, and
Oh,
make it
yeah.
YouTube friendly for you guys to catch it on the other side as well.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm near yeah. So please do me a favor, Thando. I know I'm gonna have to tell you this during the live because if I don't, it might be too late. Please, please, please don't discard this media. Let me download this first because we're on your live.
Okay. All right. No problem. I'll save it. I'll save it.
Yeah,
Not a
yeah.
problem.
I,
Okay.
So, is there anything maybe closing whatever, don't so that we can wrap it up smoothly?
Um. In closing, I'd like to say big ups to you. Big ups
Okay.
to
All
you.
right. Okay.
I'm sending honors and respects and blessings to you. You've been pushing, you've been at this, and you're not stopping. And it's very inspiring, not only to me, but also to someone else who has a vision and who has a goal and a passion for something. So I just want to say big ups to you, and I wish you all the best. I wish EBD Roots all the best. You've
Thank you
always
so
had
much.
my support,
Yeah,
since
of course.
since
Of
that's
course.
because I believe in you and I believe in your craft, and thank you for this interview as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandra. Thank you so much. I mean, that's the reason why I was able to come to you because I know without a shadow of a doubt, you always have my back.
Yeah,
So thank you so much. Appreciate it.
no problem. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I think it's safe now to thank everyone that has been tuned
Bye
in, even though
bye.
I see a bomb. I thank you so much. Please make sure again subscribe. I see another and subscribe
Yeah,
and wait for the episode.
for sure, for sure.
Awe.
Okay, bye. Are you gonna download it now as soon as I post it?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna get it now.
Okay, sharp. It's in your hands again.
Sure, sure.